welcome back to the channel. I'm Krifu Bernal, and this is episode 12 of The Spear and the Sea, a mythic gestalt solo playthrough of the Pathfinder adventure path, Skull and Shackles. But you probably know that already, so thanks for coming back. Had a bit of a late start today, just because of it's Saturday. And stuff happens on Saturdays, had some things to do, but now we are back here with my favorite stream of the week. Last week, the island crew, as I'm starting to call them, the Bone Rackers. Maybe I shouldn't call them that, but well, whatever. The Bone Rackers had quite an experience on the Isle. They took down a advanced Ankeg that had taken over an overgrown field of corn on the island, and it nearly destroyed them. I think Spear was staggered. Disabled, rather, or both of those count, actually. He was brought down to 0 hit points and was still tanking and doing damage at that point. Conchabar was grabbed and downed once more, and once again that day Rosie ran to his side, worried about her new friend. Then we climbed the mountain towards the stockade, where inside Haslin, the newly appointed, put that in air quotes, newly appointed leader of this group, snuck into the stockade, not being noticed, but not noticing the vine chokers hiding in the tree above. However, he almost was grabbed by this ghoulish figure hanging from a chain in the middle of this small house. He stepped back, the vine chokers heard him shout, as did everyone else, and combat ensued. We managed to kill a vine choker, and now we're back with a party surrounding a unconscious but stabilized Haslin Kirkle. Aslin Kirkle. Let's see if we can't get some music going. That works. It's not quite what I want. That's definitely not what I want. Sorry, this is bad. There we go, I like that. Haslin is on the ground, a tanned, rosy-cheeked gnome with long silver hair, long silver eyebrows, a dagger missing from the... what's it called? Bandolier around his chest. Spear... a tall, olive-skinned toned man kneels down, checks his vitals, slides the dagger that he had taken and thrown at the other vine choker that ran away, back into the bandolier, patting it gently. A halfling woman, Rosie, is standing there. Well, Spear, you can, use your wand on him. The wand is... it's getting low. I should have a spell or two left in my own arsenal. And the other gnome, a black-haired gnome, much more foppish, Conchabar, says... well, what does he have spells? He does. Don't worry about it, Spear, he sneers. I will help our friend Aslan, who so bravely led us into this place. And he's gonna kneel down and cast Cure Light Wounds on Aslan to bring him back into the realm of the conscious. +8. The silver-haired gnome sits back up. Oi, what were those things? Hawk, are you? And he looks up to see the now familiar scarred and fat seagull flap down from the tree and come to him, cocking its head curiously. Oh, all right, buddy. It's okay. I saw you fighting that thing up there. And the seagull kind of nods. Yeah, you're a tough one, all right. And he scratches the seagull on the back of the head. Rosie, with her hands on her hips, says, "What the fuck were those things?" And she goes to look at it. The thing on the ground in question is a humanoid-looking figure made out of wood with leaves kind of growing up all over it, blending and camouflaged with the jungle environment around. It's about the size of her and the rest of the gnomes, half the size of Spear. Anyone fucking know what this thing is? Let me have a look at it. That's not the. That's close. Let me have a look. Let me have a look at it, Miss Caswell. Contrabar says. Let's go ahead and roll a knowledge dungeoneering. He's only getting a +2 bonus on his knowledge checks. It looks like some kind of aberration, potentially mutation of perhaps a sylvan-like creature. But more than that, Mistress Caswell, I do not know. All right, well, it fucking sucked. Tried to grab me around the neck and... Well, she looks over at Haslin, who is kind of nursing the bruises around his. Well, I'm fucking glad that it didn't. She looks over at Contrabar. You alright? Yes, Miss Caswell. At least in this combat, I did not suffer any fatal mortal wounds. And he winks at her with his good eye as he says that. Right, well, what is that? There's a clanking of chains from this direction. Right, Haslin says, there's something inside, something quite nasty, and you can hear a growl coming from that space. As Spear stands, let me take a look at it. He comes around and he sees, hanging from a chain by its neck, a ghoulish-looking figure. Oops. Sorry. Let me get rid of that. Okay. The ghoul, the creature, it's not actually a ghoul, it's a ghast. Growls as he comes closer. Help me! Help me! I wish I had a filter for it, but I missed it, unfortunately. No. Spear stays back. I do not know what you are, but you cannot be any good. He takes a quick look around the room, which reeks of decay. The room is filled with a buzzing around the corpse, and he's wary of getting too close to the swarm of bugs. I'm gonna make a perception check for Spear as he looks around this room. Let's roll 20. Yeah. He sees among the furnishings in the lodge a suit of leather armor, several spears, and kind of laid out hanging on one side. He sees a line of finely tailored courtier outfits. They look quite rich and refined. He also sees what looks like a spice cabinet that is closed. But he's also wary of looking at here. Who are you? Where did you come from? He says. And at that, I think the rest of the crew is going to join him. As they come around the corner, Contrabar takes one look. Mon Dieu! As he sees the corpse. And I'm going to give him a knowledge nobility check. Unfortunately, he can't recognize anything from the courtier's outfits. Haslin shows up. Right, it's pretty right nasty, ain't it? Haslin says. I thought he was dead, but then he tried to grab me, and it was an unpleasant sensation. Let's leave it at that. That's when I shouted, and yeah. We hurt. We can figure out the rest. She pulls out her hatchet, Rosie, and hefts it in her hand. You heard the man. Who are you? Where did you fucking come from? And Spear kind of looks at him, eyes narrowing. The ghast hanging there with its long tongue hanging out says, Why should I bother telling you anything? Because, Spear says, we are capable of putting you out of your misery, or we could also free you from your obvious prison. The ghast ponders it. I'm gonna give Spear, I guess, a diplomacy check. This is gonna be kind of a hard check. The creature is already hostile, so it's at least at 25. That's a 29 DC with its charisma. That's not good. I wonder if we can get some aid on that, or I guess he can always pass it off to, because he can't hit a 20. He can't hit a 29 on his diplomacy. He gets like a +6. Neither can Conchabar. He could go with the bluff. What about intimidate? A +6. Yeah, Spear's not that great. The creature. Yeah, empty threats, he says. Empty threats. Do what you like, come closer, and I'll use you to free myself. The creature growls. How's Contrabar gonna bluff this? 29? He's only getting a +9 on this. You'd have to get a natural 20. Forget it. There's no way that they're getting this thing to help him. My question is, do they think that this room is worth the risk of stepping in, entering into a combat, and to search through it? There's stuff in there. There's one item in particular that I think would be quite helpful in the stuff coming up, but they don't know that. So we're going to go ahead and use the motif system and roll 2d6 We've got 2 2s, so let's check it out. We're using the motif system as an emulator of sorts. So you can see here, we're asking questions, and the question is: Do they want to search this room? This creature clearly doesn't care about them. Is kind of inhumanly able to understand, like. And so we've got a 2 and a 2. And so it's negative. No, they don't care enough to go in here. And honestly, this whole space is flawed, minor, or modest. We're also going to pull a hero card to see how else they feel about the situation. The Courtesan. The Courtesan is a chaotic neutral card of charisma. And it represents... hidden secrets. The Courtesan arrow card. I always like to Google these. If you haven't gone to the Eye of Horus website .biz, they talk about these cards. They do a card of the day for it. The Courtesan is the card of political intrigue on any scale, from international to personal. The being at the center of the card is reminiscent of a strange creature called a doppelganger, a shapeshifter. When the courtesan appears in a spread, it is often a warning to beware of the true motives of others that hide behind social niceties. When the courtesan does its work, it can shake our faith in those around us and lead us to suspicion and paranoia. Interesting. But we've got it's minimal effect, a known and of a minor effect here. The courtesan. So I think how this plays out is it makes them instantly wary of any kind of secrets, tricks, double crossings. And so I think Aslan speaks up. Right, stay away from him. He plays tricks. When I first walked up, he was pretending to be dead. Well, properly dead, I mean. Like a corpse. I thought for sure that someone had hanged themselves. But then he tried to grab me, and luckily I was quick enough to step back. So y'all better be careful, all right? I wouldn't go in there if I were you. Well, you've heard our lead, Contrabar says. There is nothing for us in this room. The rest of them kind of look around, and the ghast hanging there shrugs. Are you sure about that? Now he's gonna have his turn. The ghast has a name, and a history, and skills. I wonder if I can intimidate them. You can use Intimidate to force an opponent to act friendly towards you for 1d6 times 10 minutes with a successful check. And he can make them, he can at least get someone to offer limited assistance. So I think the camera turns and we look over the ghoul's shoulder at the 5 figures, if you want to count the seagull standing before him. Their clothes and armor are scratched and torn. The little ones in particular are wounded, and blood stains their skin where they've endured the day's battles. He's hanging there. I know much about the island and its dangers. Do you really think? He begins grinning with these razor-sharp fangs. Do you really think you can survive this island without my advice? Set me free. Set me free and I'll tell you all you need to know. Let's roll off that intimidation. It is a veiled threat. 27. Holy shit. The DC for this is 10 plus the target's hit dice plus the target's wisdom modifier. So let's start with Haslin. He's got 3 hit dice and no wisdom, so 13. It works. Spear's got 3 and no wisdom, 13. It works. It's going to work on all of them. Jesus. Holy shit. Oh my god. Fuck, what do I do?
Let me down, he says. Help me escape these eternal bonds, or this island will surely spell your doom.
They all look at each other. I don't fucking know about this. Rosie says, we've covered a lot of fucking ground today. We've already killed 3 of your kind. These women dressed in crazy, outlandish, like they were dressed in like crazy nice dresses, like in some sort of weird fucking boudoir.
Ah, yes, the horse.
Jeez, you don't gotta be rude about it. No. The ghast speaks.
That's what their job was on our ship.
And the 4 of them all stop for a moment.
But I would be revealing my hand and telling you anything else. Help me. Get me out of here.
I think Contrabar. Oh, I don't know. Which one of them? They've all got shit wisdom. Rosie's got the worst. She'll Fine. Fuck it. I'll help him out. She goes to step forward and Spear puts a hand out to stop her. No, Rosie. Be careful. Those flies around them. Those aren't just flies. That looks like the swarm might be violent. But how the fuck are we supposed to get him down without the swarm? Spear kind of shakes his head. I do not know. And he maybe looks up. We can see I don't know, maybe we're gonna have to deal with the swarm if we're gonna get him down. How does one deal with the swarm? Is anyone trained? No, the only one trained in nature would be Contrabar. Gets a +2 on this. 20, okay.
Yes, that swarm. It could be violent, but I want to draw it out. We could begin trying to take it down. Or Miss Caswell, do you have any more of those lovely fire bombs that you are throwing?
Unfortunately, I don't think I fucking do. I got a jar of acid. There's that. And I think then we go to. I think Haslin has a few. Right. I've got a jar of acid. But would that be enough? Two jars of acid to throw at these things? Why is it doing that? Why does it keep making that noise? Unfortunately, I do not think so. But perhaps if Spear here would you choose to be the bait, then it could draw them out, run away, and come back.
without them? Why do I have to be bait? Let's just ignore this creature, this clear deceiver, and be on our way. The sun is going down, and well, but we still have people to find. Right, but Spear, are you really so sure that we can get through this island without the help that he has to offer? It sounds like things might be pretty dangerous here. Rosie, you said so yourself. We've gone through such dangers already. What more can there be on this island? And he looks at the ghast. Well, why don't you take a look through that telescope over there? Is it a telescope? It is a... there's a spyglass on the wall. Take a look through it. Where is it? Where is the spyglass? In the southern part of the wall. Take a look through it, and you'll see exactly how you should see exactly how dangerous this is. And so they all look at Spear, and Haslin says, "Yeah, Spear, go and check it out. Take a look." Right, fine. And Spear then, I think maybe like heads over here, spies a spyglass and takes a look through it. I'm going to go ahead and make another perception check for him. Just a +5. 21. That's enough. As he looks through the sunglass, he can see a pair of Grindylows immediately. These bluish teal-colored goblinoids cavorting in the water of a nearby cove to the south. One of them is wearing a now battered-looking tricorn hat, and with his DC 20 perception check, which we scored on 21, Spear immediately notices that hat belongs to Sandara Quinn. Way to just ruin the dramatic timing on that by trying to adjust the camera. But oh well. He gasps and they look. There are... he turns. The Grindylows. And he runs back to the spot here. Tell us how to get to the Grindylows. You know where to find them. I know you do. Ghast laughs. Yes, of course I do. Why do you think I set up that spyglass? So I can watch them and make sure they didn't come too close to me. But you've got to release me from this. Or, well, I won't say a word. And I've got, as you mentioned, all eternity. All right, he says. We'll do as you say, but first, the botflies. We must get rid of them somehow, some way. How do we get rid of the botflies? How do we get rid of them? Okay, well, first off, let's get some healing happening here. I'm pretty sure Spear has a few more spells left. I used Magic Weapon earlier, but I think that might have been all. And I feel like I didn't use very many spells with him today. So he's going to go ahead and I think cast
Cure light wounds twice. Once on both of Rosie and Haslin. Oof. 4 for Rosie. 9 for Haslin. Good. And then I'm going to have... No, I think that was the last spell for Contrabar as well. Yeah. Okay. So that's it here. All right. Okay. So he's going to move. They're going to all move kind of out of the way. And I'm going to have... He has... Well, let's say he has 1 spell left. Spear does. And so I think he'll hold on to it for now. Yeah. Let's see. Swarms. Swarms have very specific abilities. They're immune to weapon damage. So really we need to like figure out how to okay, no, I think I know how to do this. Haslin says, all right, Spear, since you've so graciously volunteered to draw these things away, or I'll be quite the team leader that I am, and I'll give you this. And he hands Spear a potion of invisibility. As soon as you've... I hate that it does that. As soon as you've got the bowflies far enough away, drink this and lose them. All right, you hear me? I'm not so sure about this plan. It seems foolish. And Rosie says, "What's foolish is not fucking taking the ghoul up on its information." God, this is so stupid. Of course they don't want to do it, but the courtesan being pulled really kind of changes things. And of course the ghoul, the ghast rather, he wants to be let free, and he can intimidate them into doing it. It's good enough. He can yell at them, berate them long enough for them to be afraid enough to do what he wants. At least for the time being, they will come to regret this action. Absolutely. And it's, with all intimidation checks, there is a timer on this. After the intimidate expires after 1d6 times 10 minutes. So let's go ahead and roll and see how long that is. However, if it's a 1, 4. So for the next 40 minutes, they're friendly towards him. Back hurts. They're friendly towards him. They're like, okay, shit, we gotta do what he says, because this island's fucking dangerous. And so, what is it that I should do then? And the ghast says, "Come in. I promise. I'll use you to lift myself up and out of the chains around my neck. At which point, the botflies will probably attack you. That's when you should run." "Fine. I will do this." And Spear steps in, literally grabs the ghoul around the waist, holding his breath, lifts him up, and the ghoul, with his claws, almost like not digging into Spear's shoulders, not harming him, but digging in, he pushes up as well, and they both manage to free himself. The botflies go ahead and get a free attack as they move into this spot on Spear. I'm going to put them right on his fucking face. This is a swarm attack. They don't make melee attacks. They deal automatic damage, so they're going to do 2d6 points of damage. God, this is so stupid. 11 points of damage. Jesus. They cause distraction and bleed. Oh my god, why did I do this? He needs to make a fortitude save or be nauseated. Aha. This was so stupid, but that intimidate and the courtesan, of course, coming into play. +5 on this check. It's a DC 13. Natural 20. He's more than good against that. They're also going to cause bleed. Deal additional damage each round at the start of the affected creature's turn. Jesus. Plus B bleed. How much bleed? I guess just 1 point of bleed. Wow. Wow. And they're going to start chasing him. Hydrate. Thanks, Yozo. Cheers. They also have a disease in them, so he's going to go ahead and roll against that disease. 16. He good. So on his next turn, he begins running. He's not that fast. 5, 10, 15, 20. No, he's going to have to go the other way, isn't he? Let's say they all cleared the way around, because they don't want the botflies to come to him. And he begins running as he's being chased. 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15, 20. I should be like running. D20. Because if I run, I should be able to go, unless that's just in a straight line, isn't it? When running, you are more 5 times your normal speed. If wearing medium armor. 4 times his movement speed. Okay, yeah, so he's just running. 5, 10, 15, 20. Keep running. 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15, 20. The botflies are gonna attack again. This could kill him. And it didn't. Oh, and he lost a point from bleed, so he's got 1 hit point left. This was fucking stupid. This was so stupid. But there's a fear that grasped his heart. Intimidate isn't that strong, but it's enough for them to like get into the room, you know? Dumb. Why did I do this? The fucking courtesan, that's why. This fucking piece of shit. And then he's going to crack that invisibility and run back inside. Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20. At that point, the botfly swarm is going to make a perception check, which will never be good enough to notice invisibility. And so at that point, they fly off. Spear. Oh my god, Spear, you idiot. This was stupid. He's going to cast that last Cure Light Wounds on himself to stop the bleeding and at least get some hit points back. They also did some damage. Oh, so he might have been fatigued. He was not, and he did not contract ghoul fever. Thank God. Oh, the ghast steps outside as the rest of them all almost quiver in fear towards him. Feels so good to be free. Don't worry, I'll hold my end of the bargain. In fact, you can have everything that's left here. Obviously, none of it matters to me anymore. Oh, but I am so hungry. Nope, Haslin says, as he kind of steps forward. We freed you. We even put our best guy at risk as he tried to deal with those botflies for you. No, there's no way you're even going to do this. Just stop right there. Stop that line of thought. Don't worry. I'm a ghoul to
a true ghoul, it says. My name's Aaron Ivy. And I was a member of I was the last survivor of the wreck of the Infernus. He looks around. This stockade was my sanctuary, but it soon became my prison. Be careful it doesn't become yours. How long were you trapped here? The ghast thinks, I've lost. I stopped keeping track of the days for a long time ago. But, trying to figure out, when did they... it probably was something like 3 years ago. 3 years ago. A small group of us managed to make it aboard, but... well... Chilaxian savers are a strange bunch. We had ghouls on board our ship, got them as shock troops, the captain said, and, well, they managed to escape when we crashed. Most of us fell victim, including myself. Tried to end it all, but the fever got to me, and now, well, he cracks his undead knuckles and examines his claws. I'm better than before. Right, well, you can leave now. Where you can go wherever you want to go. We're not trying to stop you. And how far am I supposed to get without a ship, huh? No, you're gonna take me with you. No. We've done what you asked, but Haslin raises his small gnomish hands. We can't take you with us. You're free to remain here, I suppose. But we need a place to stay for the night. Would you mind if we stayed here? This is my home, he says. Of course I mind. But, I'll let you, sleep outside the house. How's that sound? The bed will be mine. I suppose that, but it would be safe enough, huh? And Haslin Spear just shakes his head. I do not know if we should be breaking bread with this creature. Rosie says, I mean, wait, but you said you would tell us about the rest of the island. What else is here? How do we get to the Grindylows? Right. The ghast says, Aaron Ivy. The Grindylows. Make your way down south. There's a path. Should be hard to find, but there's a small cove where they like to splash and play. I've seen them a couple times. You can get there and jump in. It's quite a leap, but I've seen them do it many times. It should be deep enough that you won't be injured. What am I even doing talking to this dude? It's weird when you've got a neutral party. A good party would say, no, we're killing you. You're dead. But a neutral party's like, well, we can talk to it. Do we need to kill it? Oh my god, we just helped it, actually. Much to Spear's chagrin. I don't know. This thing's getting too comfortable also. So I think we're gonna pull another, even though they didn't want to help him and they were intimidated, almost tricked into doing so, we're gonna roll another set of oracle dice. Does the party want to kill him? Do they feel safe enough staying here for the night with a ghast in their midst?
3 and 3. Fuck, that's not helpful. Maybe. And barely. They're coming around to it. So we're going to pull another Harrow card and see how this further affects things. Probably for the worse. We've got another chaotic neutral card. Constitution, the Mountain Man. Yikes. The Mountain Man. Mountain Man is a very big deal. I feel like, I don't know if we've seen this before. When the Mountain Man is in your path, you'd best step out of the way. The giant is symbolic of any force that we cannot control. And that can mean anything from a higher authority to a natural disaster. The Mountain Man sweeps through our lives with no regard to the damage it may cause. The card is from the suit of shields, which is about endurance and specifically adaptation. And the house at his feet and the lizard on his back represent opposite ends of these qualities. The lizard has lost its encounter with the Mountain Man, crushed under his power. Meanwhile, the house remains standing strong and solid, even while it is at risk. When the Mountain Man appears in a spread, it's usually a warning that we are about to face a challenge that we cannot escape or back away from. Something that we have no choice but to endure. The card is as much about the challenge as it is about our ability to endure something so powerful. It's a reminder that these events aren't inherently vicious. The question is not whether or not we can avoid being hurt, but instead how we will survive being hurt. Okay, that tells me all I need to know about what happens next. Don't worry, the ghast says. You stay the night. I said, I won't do anything to hurt you, but this is my home. I'm not just leaving it for you. I spent so long building it myself. And he's going to roll a bluff check. That's a 6. I don't even need to roll sense motives against that for them all to realize that he's completely full of shit. And the moment they try to stop, the moment they go to sleep, he will attack them. So I think we're going to roll initiative. Yeah, that sounds about right. Aaron's sitting at a +4. Luckily, at this point, I've actually leveled up some of the crew, so this battle shouldn't take so long. Technically, I didn't think that they would level up until the night was over, until tomorrow morning. But what do you know? Shit went wrong, huh? Spears got a +1, and Haslin's got a +4. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, cool. No, Rosie says. We're not fucking spending the night here with you. And she's gonna go ahead as her turn, 5-foot step forward, attack with the masterwork hatchet that she's had in her hands this whole time. +9. Luckily, it's flat-footed because it has yet to act in this combat. 24, that's gonna hit. Do we have power attack on? Yes! Hell to the yes. 7 points of damage. As a ghast, does he have any kind of defense against this? No, he doesn't. 7 points of damage as her axe slashes down across him. Haslin sees that a little stunned, but he nods. Right, no. We've let you bully us far enough, he says. And he is going to pull out a masterwork dagger. I think probably take a 5-foot step here. We'll leave Hawk right there. And make an attack. Again, the ghast is flat-footed. That's a 20, and because he's flat-footed, that's going to be a sneak attack. 1d3 plus 3. His strength is no longer wrecking his damage here. Plus 2d6 for 11 points of damage. We won't let you bully us anymore! And he jumps up and rakes his dagger across the ghast's chest. And it falls to the ground, scattering into dust. The four of them all kind of look at each other for a minute. So, Spear says, I dealt with that butterfly swarm for nothing, huh? Well, not for fucking nothing, Rosie says, but I mean, we would have had to deal with them either way, right? There's a sheepish look on her face. I'm sorry, that guy was just really scary, and, well, please, Miss Caswell, Contrabar comes up and lightly pats her on the shoulder. We were all scared. And he seemed to, his information, though skimpy, was a bit useful. We now know how to find our missing crewmates, and, well, we've got a safe place to sleep for the night, huh? Right, Heslin says. We've got a safe place to sleep for the night, so let's check things out, huh? And he goes in here and begins looking around. There's plenty of stuff in there, and I think he goes straight to the spice cabinet, and he sees 5 pounds of pepper, a silver tankard worth 30 GP, and a silver locket depicting a beautiful, buxom, young, blonde woman. He might take that. Right, as leader of this group, I'm going to claim this locket. She's pretty hot, and, well, I like it. They all kind of nod at him. Okay, all right. I think Spear goes and he examines the clothes, the courtier outfits hanging on the wall. I wish I knew. Well, yes, it makes a bit more sense now. He said they were Chelish. I wondered about these colors, and he's kind of like running his hands over it when he feels something in one of the pockets. And he pulls out the silver ring, which has these like runes inscribed over it. What the? Look at this. Some sort of magic ring, perhaps. Can anyone tell what it does? I, Contrabar, am a gnome of many skills and talents. Let me take a look. And so he's going to make a what is it? Knowledge Arcana? Spellcraft? He says, he sings a little, well, let's see, Detect Magic. Does that have verbal components? It does. So he sings a little tune in French. And we'll try and decipher what this... Yeah, he's going to make a spellcraft check. It's not much. I'm trying to remember what the rules for spellcraft are. I cannot remember. Identifying magic items. This is the first time we've really had to do this in the game. We've gotten like so far. And this is the first time we're doing it. We're level 3 now. Identify spell, identify the property, 15 plus the item's caster level. Okay. But he needs at least a 15 to be able to tell. He only gets a +5 on this, though. 11. Nope.
Unfortunately, no. I cannot tell what it is. It looks to be some sort of transmutation effect. What that means? He looks at like the blank looks on all their faces. Yes, that means that it changes the way what happens to the wearer. And he examines the ring once more. It has the runes and designs and motifs etched into it appear fish-like and have like a thin blue line against the silver of the ring. I wonder. I'm going to have him roll a Knowledge Arcana because this is not an uncommon item. A 7. Nope, no idea. One of us should hold on to it, I suppose, Spear says. It's unfortunate because this item actually would be really useful tomorrow. Well, Contrabar says, I vote we give it to Miss Caswell. Oh, me? Why the fuck me? Because this ring would be most suitable like on your skin, on your finger. She kind of looks at him, but she takes the ring. The crew wakes up in the morning a little bit better for the wear, not worse, I suppose. And we've officially leveled up to 3, all of our characters here. It doesn't mean they're fully healed, so I think Spear's gonna have to go around with the wand on everyone. So he'll hit himself first. +9. Brings him up to 33. And we'll leave it at that. He only has so many charges on that thing. But there is stuff in here. There is that suit of leather armor. Unfortunately, the only people, well, because fucking Conchabar is not wearing any fucking armor because he's an idiot. But the leather armor is medium, and he's small. It's too small. It's too big for him. Even the spears, we don't really need those. The outfits are probably worth something. They can all tell that. They've all got some appraise, but no, unfortunately, not. But there is the spyglass. So Spear walks over to the wall and gently removes the spyglass. And I think that might be it. As the group gets ready in the dawn of the new day, they're going to take one last look around. So I'm going to go ahead and give them all, maybe not all of them. I'll give Haslin a good perception check. And Contrabar, it's a 7. They both get +7. This is for Contrabar. And Haslin actually should get a +9 with Hawk helping him. It's a 9 for Contrabar and a 21. So as they're getting ready to leave the place, Hawk gives a kind of lands on Haslin's shoulder and like flies up to the top of the tree and kind of looks around. Oh, Hawk's fully healed at this point. There we go. He's also got AC 17 and some speed. Cool. Hold up just a sec, Haslin says.
Hawk thinks that there's something up there. That's normally his riches and plunder sort of look. Anyone want to climb up? Why cannot the seagull merely bring down what is up there? Spear says, well, that's kind of a good idea. Hawk, can't you just bring down what's up there? So Hawk literally just starts like pushing things off the tree as they begin to fall. Haslin starts running and catching things that fall. I think the most important thing that he catches is a bottle, a potion with a silvery blue liquid inside of it. Potion, silver shoe buckles. I'm gonna have to go off stream and take care of this. There's a ghoul finger with a wedding ring on it. Ugh, and a silver hat pin. Look, we've got a potion here. Contrabar, you want to take a look at this, or are you're not going? Well, actually, I can try and take a look at it as well. They both have detect magic, and they both have spellcraft. In fact, Haslin's is a little bit better. I actually just gave Spear spellcraft as well, but he doesn't have detect magic, so he'll take a look at the potion. 24. Oh, wait, I know what this is. It's a potion of water breathing. Great. Awesome. We could definitely use this. And why don't I take a look at that ring as well? Nope, no idea. But Contrabar is going to take another look at the ring. Still no idea what this ring does. But the water breathing should be helpful. Yes, it most definitely should be helpful. And as they get ready to head out, that is where we're going to end today's stream. I'm super tired today, and I'm not nearly as ready as I want to be to move into this next section. Today was kind of all over the place, so I apologize for the lackluster energy on today's stream, but I think our crew is in a much better position to head down into the Grindylows lair next week.